Hello friends. Now the challenge in this case is to remove the bilateral dermoid cyst but preserve the ovarian tissue as the girl is 16-year-old. Now the difficulty with dermoids is that it can be partially adherent to the ovarian cortex at some places and partially thinned out, so it can rupture easily. Now usually I use harmonic for the enucleation, but in this case, as I have to find the natural plane or I have to enhance the natural plane to remove the cyst effectively, I remember one technique that I saw in one conference. I instilled diluted vasopressin in between the ovarian cortex and the cyst. Now this fluid will do the hydrodissection for me and will enhance the natural plane between the ovarian cortex and the cyst, and the vasopressin in it will reduce the vascularity, so there will be less bleeding. You can see the blanching effect caused by vasopressin, and because of that now we can go ahead and do the delicate dissection on this young ovaries using only cold scissors. We will start cutting on the free border of the ovary. We will find the plane and we'll stick to it. I'm going fiber by fiber and little bit slowly because I think it will help the patient in ways more than I can think of. I have kept this part of surgery unedited so that you can appreciate the fine details better, and also I want you to look and feel the differentiation between the ovarian cortex and the tissue of the cyst. Also, I have tried to remain within the incision so that ovarian distortion can be minimized and reshaping can be done in a better way. A little bleeding near the hilum area can be expected, but we are going to ignore it. For time being, we can keep the intact dermoid in the endo bag. And then the next ovary. Now the art of inserting the needle in the right plane is a little difficult to describe in the words, but you will get it when you try to do it on your own. You can appreciate here that some part of dermoid are more adherent to the ovarian cortex than other. Now, traction and counter traction is the key in any laparoscopic surgery, but the intricacy of fine dissection and the tissue respect that the ovary deserves is only possible with scissors in such kind of the cases. One more advantage of this technique is that very minimum amount of bipolar energy was used to achieve the desired hemostasis. Posterior fornix was made prominent using a sponge and a holder. A small colpotomy incision was made to retrieve the specimen. Ovarian reconstruction, just by approximating the edges only so that the ovary can retain its normal shape. Was done taking a purse string kind of suture and only one knot in both the ovaries. And finally, the colpotomy was closed in a regular fashion using Vicryl number 1. Complete hemostasis was achieved and patient recovery was excellent. Any doubts or questions are heartily welcomed. Thank you.